Welcome to more Spellcasting 101. We are in the Garden of the Gods. I was hoping to get some Bard's Tale and some Wizardry done today because I had the entire Saturday off. Unfortunately, I'm in the middle of trying to sell our house so that we can move, and everyone decided to come see the house today. So the mini marathon more or less got destroyed, canceled, whatever. Just gonna play some Spellcasting 101 and try again. I do need to bust out some Bard's Tale and some Wizardry. It's been too long. But here we are with Ernie Eaglebeak on the Island of the Gods. We explored a little bit last time, but we really didn't do anything. So, you stand in the lobby of an opulent palace divided in small apartments. Two such apartments lie to the east and west, and tall portals lead south and north. The lobby is decorated with finely polished marble and trimmed with rare metals from every corner of Peloria. An ornate chandelier presides above. Beneath the chandelier is an inscribed pedestal of white marble. Read pedestal. Here rests the envelope feeder of phlegm, one of the great attachments of the Sorcerer's appliance. On permanent loan from Sorcerer University. The envelope feeder of phlegm. Interesting. Let's start exploring some of these rooms here. The condo. This is based on the look of things, the condo of Bagatella, goddess of peace, and Baccarat, god of war. A line bisects the condo. On one side, all is open and airy, decorated in olive balls. The table legs are made of plowshares and pruning hooks. Doves flutter from perch to perch. On the other side of the line, all is dark and oppressive. The bedposts are spears. Whoa. Bedposts are spears. The fabrics of the canopy are blood red and fire orange. Other furnishings are carved from human bone. The only exit flanking the dividing line leads west. Take a spear. I don't know. Take bone. Sit on throne of bone. Is there anything I can do in here? The only exit flanking... Okay. Doves flutter. Eat a dove. Okay. You're the one that brought all this shit up. Fuck this room. Garbage dump of the gods. Even gods produce solid waste and rarely have the temperament for sticking to a tough recycling program. So an impressive amount of garbage has piled up here. Eternity is, after all, a rather long time. Compounding the problem is the fact that the gods are good at making things, so that even their garbage stays around forever. As the waste piled up, the gods' solution was simply to continuously enlarge the island to make room for it. Ergo, you see before you the unending vista of garbage. Unless starving to death while lost amidst the sea of trash is your idea of a buffo time, your best bet is to return to the condo to the south. You're really, really tired now. I'm asleep in the garbage. You cart off a massive load of trash. You know how an ant on the beach carrying a grain of sand must feel. Empty garbage. So yeah, I got to load up the animals. 2 dogs and a cat. Drive to the end of the street and sit there and wait for people to go inside and outside the house. If you're familiar with selling a house, you're not supposed to be there when people are looking at it. The first people no-showed on me, so I sat out there and wasted my fucking time. Then I had to redo it again. So yeah. A little sad, because I was hoping to wake up at the crack ass of dawn and mini marathon it out. I'm going to have to take a couple days off work down the road so we can have a true marathon. You have entered, it seems, the apartment of Ocarina, the goddess of beauty, and Glockenspiel, the god of ugliness. A line divides the center of the apartment. One side is neat and tastefully furnished. Large mirrors and masks of handsome faces adorn the walls. The other side of the canto is hideous as fuck. A collection of clashing colors, styles, greens, orange, stripes, and purple plaids, and plastic all on the furniture. A mask of grotesquely ugly hags adorn the cracked and broken walls. The only exit, half on each side of the line, leads to the east. Floor-to-ceiling drapes cover a portion of the wall. Move the drapes. You show the curtains the most heart-wrenching scenes from Terms of Endearment, but the curtains remained unmoved. Take drapes. You hear people approaching. Look in mirror. Looking in the mirror, you see a particularly grubby freshman named Ernie. There are voices just outside. They sound plenty angry. Hide. You slip behind the curtain. A woman so radiantly lovely that she could only be Ocarina, goddess of beauty, steps elegantly into the room. Right behind her is a man so mind-numbingly repulsive that he must be the god of ugliness, Glockenspiel. I told you, dear. Oh, wait. It's not the fairy godmother. I told you, dear, hums Ocarina. I have this severe headache. I heard that before, rumbles the vile Glockenspiel. How can you have the same headache for 1,600 years straight? Wow, that dude is ugly. Talk to Glockenspiel. Blah, 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 blah. You've had other lovers, roars Glock. Don't think I don't know about them. And when I catch one of them, I'll plunge his head so far up his ass. He turns so red with rage, he becomes unable to continue. He shakes a fist at Ock and thunders out the door. Ock. Oh, Ocarina. Ocarina. Ock for short, I got it. Leave drapes. You step out from behind the curtains. Ocarina looks slightly startled, but then a mysterious smile flits across her lips. Ah, a mortal. It's been quite a while since I had a mortal as a visitor. Fuck Ock. Blinded by her beauty, heart thumping wildly in your chest, rabid hormones streaming to every cell in your body, you take Ocarina in your arms. At first, she flows into your embrace, and then dashing your desires, she steps back. You are kind of short, even for a mortal. She waves her hand, and the ground seems to move a foot away. Then the truth dawns. You are now a full foot taller. Nice. Better, nods the goddess, absently sucking on her finger. But you could use some more muscles. She wiggles a few fingers, and suddenly you have the physique of a weightlifter. Just my type. Muscles like an ox. One last adjustment. She looks at your erection, gives the barest twitch of her pinky, and you stare down in amazement as your little love monkey becomes King Kong. At last, you and Ocarina come together, and a bit later, you come together again. Unfortunately, mere words are insufficient to describe the unequaled ecstasy of making love to the goddess of beauty. You lie in sweet embrace of post-coital bliss, a bliss only slightly diminished by the disappointment of noticing that your physical improvements have vanished. Ocarina reaches under her pillow, pulls out a spell box, and tosses it at your feet. I've been hoping that the spell fairy might give me a gold piece for this, but no luck. Maybe you can use it. Hot buns. Oh shit. Open box. A finger of energy leaps from the spell box. When your vision returns, you see that the spellbox has vanished. Glockenspiel steps into the room, and his face turns the color of a ripe tomato. He lifts you into the air with one finger. You presumptuous worm! I'll destroy you! I'll tear you into so many pieces, you'll need an army of accountants to count them all. I'll fry you with the lightning bolts until your own ashes beg for mercy. A slow grin spreads over his horrific face. No, wait! I have an even better idea. Death is too quick, too easy. Instead, a little chore. He drags you outside. Glockenspiel points at the square miles of trash. Clean it up! Clean it all up! He grins evilly. I'm gonna frimp your ass. I'm gonna bunder rot. Glock. Front Glock. I'm not doing anything. Bib Glockenspiel. Leave. A bolt of lightning strikes the ground, a hair's breadth in front of your toes. Not so fast, mortal. I think you left a bit of trash behind. He's not leaving me. He's not letting me leave, is he? He is clearly no pushover. I will kill the god then. Can I cast Blubba? With a great blast of air which blows your spellbook out of your hands, a huge sperm whale appears nearby, wearing a very surprised expression. A moment later, a huge crew of cleaning nymphs appears. The leader of the crew gives a long whistle of amazement. Now how did this baby get here? Oh, well, at least it's an outside job if these things start appearing indoors. I'm finding a new line of work. Come on, team, the sooner we start, the sooner we finish. In minutes, the nymphs and the whale are gonzo. We're gonna Gweek. Use our new Gweek spell. Oh, that's right. You drop everything when you summon that stupid ass whale. The garbage dump shrinks considerably. It's still immense, but at least now you can see the edge of it. Glock gives a puzzled grunt and twirls a strand of greasy hair. The forest of fungus sweeps across the garbage dump. Then the fungus itself crumbles away to nothing, leaving a wide level of expanse of dirt stretching to the horizon. Plus a spell box which must have lain buried under the garbage for ages. Glock's eyes widen. By all the moles on my face, the mortal did it! A finger of energy leaps from the spellbox to your spellbook, dazzling your eyes. When your vision returns, you see that the spellbox has vanished. Your score goes up by 25. Other gods begin pouring out of the condo. What's going on? Look, the dump is cleared. Glockenspiel rubs his hands with glee. At last, a spot for my school of plastic surgery! The hell it is, retorts Albalone, goddess of fitness. This is where my tennis courts will go. You're both out of your fucking minds, roars Isobar, god of synthetic fibers. This is the future site of my new leisure suit emporium. Oh yeah? Says Glock, thumping Isobar in the chest. You and what 10 other gods are gonna stop me? Various other gods are rolling in up their sleeves, and you can feel thunderbolts forming in the sky. This might be a good time to make yourself scarce. Fight the gods. There's not any gods there, okay. Fight Glockenspiel. Gee, if you got that much aggression, I should be paying if I can shoot him up game. It's not like Glockenspiel is some kind of monster. Oh yeah, you miserable puke-faced excuse of a god eating my lightning! Bolts begin crisscrossing the area. Fortunately for the gods, they're pretty immune to this kind of thing. Unfortunately for you, you're not. The end. 662 points out of 1,000. So it's probably time to leave. A nasty thunderstorm appears outside. Where's Hot Tits? Alright, it is time to go to Fort Blackwand. I'm not going to bother bringing up the map. Turn dial, left dial. It's 13. Turn. Oh. Turn right dial to Pig. Get on the board and ride that shit. Here we are. We're at the lagoon. This is a small semicircle sound. A beach suitable for landing lies to the east. The calm waters of the lagoon suddenly explode as a huge head launches up from the depths, followed by the long neck of what could only be the lockpick monster. Barring hideous fangs of death, it guards the shoreline, bellowing as it blocks your way. Save at lockpick. Suck my ass, lockpick. So if you remember the simulation machine in the beginning of the game, it was kind of a warm-up for this. So the first thing we want to do is gub the tree. Ooh. Not gonna work this time. Maybe we're jumping the gun. Eat monster. The serpent is neither tasty nor nutritious. A finger of magical energy zips and circles around you, finally striking the spellbook. The spellbook is not knotted, nor apparently can it be. The serpent's long neck is instantly twisted into a horrible snarl. Choking angrily, it writhes about the lagoon, but only manages to tangle itself up tighter. Still snarling at the snarl, it sinks under the water, which continues to churn for a long while. Finally, a calm silence settles over the lagoon. Chapter 8, Fort Blackwood. This is where our simulation is going to come into handy. How many sorcerers does it take to change a light bulb? 10 want to screw in the light bulb and 9 more to screw in the dark before the bulb gets changed. Now, this looks familiar. Okay, so here we want to gub the tree. The roots of the tree seem to wither before your eyes. Then slowly at first, you're not sure it's even happening, the tree begins to tip. Faster and faster it tips until it falls against the far side of the moat with an earth-shaking impact, forming a crude but usable bridge across the moat. Get our protection spell going. And here is the mean atomic dragon. The mighty blow drives the sword deep into the dragon's bosom. Badly wounded, it flies off like a little bitch. Cast Vi on the ivy. Climb the ivy. The lofty cell in its drab draftiness reminds you of your own bedchamber prison in Port Gecko. The only exit besides the window is a flimsy trap door in the floor. The trap door is closed. A fetching damsel in distress has changed the floor, looking even more attractive than the damsel in the simulation. Various rodents nip at her feet. A pendulum with razor-sharp edge swings back and forth. A long wooden lever is mounted on the wall. You see a purse here. You stare at the damsel's shapely body and shredded clothing, and your little friend begins bulging out of your cloak. Then the damsel looks up, and your eyes begin bulging out of your head. It's your old secret love, Lola Tigerbelly. Lola shrieks, "Stop that damn pendulum!" Save as backup and remove cloak. You strip off the cloak. If I had a body like that, sneers Lola, I'd think I'd keep it better covered in public. Lola shrieks. The pendulum cuts through her and you feel like shit. The pendulum stops moving. Thanks, now get these stupid chains off me. Kiss Lola. Ernie, don't be such a putz. He's got that machine he's about to take over the world or something, and all you've got on your mind is hormones. You unchain Lola. She points at the trap door. He's down there, with that machine. I hope you're not too late already. Let's check out what she's got in her purse. A compact, a credit card, a tampon, and a flamethrower. The tampon is neither tasty nor nutritious. I don't think we're going to need the other items, but we will take the flamethrower. You begin to climb down the ivy. Oops! It pulls off the wall of the tower. You plunge into the moat. The sharp rocks open a few veins, which really rips the crocs and piranhas. I died. Open purse. Oh shit, I forgot to save you. Sorry, bitch. Welcome to the ghetto. Oh, come on. Just a quickie. Open trapdoor. Alright, we're down to the gate room. It's a small, oppressive room with dark stone walls. In the center of the low ceiling is an open trapdoor. To the west is a low doorway, inset with 3 gates, one behind the other, gold, silver, and bronze. All 3 gates are closed. Marked on the floor are a gold X, a silver X, and a bronze X. Hanging on the wall is a skillfully painted landscape. It looks like it belongs in a museum more than an old castle. Lola picks up her purse and follows you. The painting, which looks like the work of a true master, depicts a fire blazing in the center of an oceanside meadow. Casts Kabul on it. A man leaps from the canvas, which proceeds to shrivel to nothingness. Hi, my name's Arthur. My friends call me Art, and I'm at your service. Lola whirls around. Hey, handsome, where'd you come from? Hey, back off, hooker. Bronze X, Silver X, Gold X. Tell Art to stand on Bronze X. Tell Lola to stand on Silver X. I mean, there's 3 of us, 3 X's. Stand on the Gold X. The Gold Gate opens. You get off the Gold X first. What's up, dickhead? This cavernous chamber is the very heart of Fort Blackwand. In its very center rests the Sorcerer's appliance. The distant walls of the room are shrouded in darkness. Lola and Art follow you and the 3 gates closed. You see a large man hulking behind the machine, connecting the last of 5 great attachments. This must be your nemesis, the one who sacked the university, stole the Sorcerer's appliance, kidnapped Professor Ticking Clock, and murdered Professor Peeler of Small Figs, and defiled Lola. What kind of monster can this man be? He steps out from behind the appliance, and your jaw drops to the vicinity of your toes as he laughs his familiar Joey Rottenwood laugh, and sneers his familiar Joey Rottenwood sneer. Lola notices your surprise. Oops, I knew there was something I forgot to tell you. This guy's a douche. Cast Blubber. Joey barks, hey, none of that spellcasting crap. Oh wait, Joey's got Lug-Lug's voice. Your concentration is of course shattered. Rottenwood sticks his thumb in his ears and wiggles his fingers. Nah, too late, you nerdy little creep. The prophecy was wrong, or at least that stupid old seer never counted on me marrying your mom and keeping an eye on you all these years. You don't stand a chance. Joey has been beating the shit out of you since you were knee-high to a puffer slug. What an odd expression. Puffer slugs don't even have knees. By the time you finish pondering this enigma, any chance of overpowering Joey has passed. Your wrinkled old pal over there has told me everything about this machine. Rottenwood hooks a thumb toward the shadows, and you see Professor Ticking Clock dangling from manacles. Sorry, Ernie, cries the proof. But he threatened to have his way with my wife, and I just couldn't stand the thought of anyone else touching my lovely Hillary. Oops. He starts sobbing uncontrollably, then coughing uncontrollably, then dozes off. That old fool! Give popular book to Joey. It's so popular and it's so good you can't put it down. Well, you're probably wondering what I'm up to, right? 30 years ago, I was expelled from Sorcerer U. That's right, me, Joey Rottenwood. I've been planning my revenge all these years. I don't know what power this device will give me, but it's gotta be a real humdinger. The way everyone's always been so secretive about it. In a moment, as soon as I press this white button and this black button, simultaneously, the power of the Sorcerer's appliance will be mine. And I'll use that power to start a rival wizard training college and put SU out of business forever. He pauses, arms outstretched, one hand poised dramatically over each of the 2 buttons. All right. I don't even know if he took the book. Give the book to Joey. Thanks, I've been meaning to read it. Joey moves to press the 2 buttons and notices that one hand is busy holding a novel. He tries to put it down, but of course it's much too good. He tries several times without success and then curls up in a nook of the appliance, engrossed in the novel's deathless prose. As Rottenwood slides to the ground upon a large red petal, the appliance begins instantly shrieking with an ear-piercing alarm. This rouses Professor Ticking Clock. Self-destruct mode. We're doomed. The appliance will explode in exactly 15 minutes, taking us and this whole corner of the world with it, unless... What was I saying? Oh yes, unless you override the self-destruct by dumping at least 7 tons of whale shit onto the appliance. As if on cue, a hidden compartment of the device slides open, and the spell box falls to the ground. You can read it from here. Exlexia. Exlexia, the spell of unloading. Open box. Only 10 more minutes. Hurry, urges the professor. For the folks playing at home, that means 2 turns. Yep. Alright, we need whale poop, so we're going to cast whale poop on the appliance. With a great blast of air, which blows your spellbook out of your hands, a huge sperm whale appears, draped over the rafters above the appliance, wearing a very surprised expression. Joey glances up from the book, wearing a very worried expression. Clouds of steam begin hissing from the appliance, rattling its panels. The shrieking alarm grows higher in pitch, as though reaching a crescendo. Otto implores, Annie, for heaven's sake, make haste. Only 5, what were we discussing? Yeah, we're gonna run out of time because the spell went to our spell book. Let's... You don't have a spell book. The appliance reaches a shaking, screaming, glowing, smoking fever pitch. This is surely the climax referred to in this location's name. Finally, your head seems like it will burst from all commotion, but the appliance beats you to the trick, instantly obliterating you, everyone you know, a whole bunch of people you don't know, and most of the land in southeastern Peloria. To make matters worse, Joey will be commemorated for all the time as the man responsible for Rottenwood Crater. Alright, so instead of opening the box, we don't want it to go into our book. So first we're going to blubber the appliance. And then we need to get rid of our trusty spellbook. Use flamethrower on spellbook. Destroy spellbook with flamethrower. Destroy spelled correctly. Spellbook with flamethrower. God damn it! A plume of flame strikes the book, releasing all the powers of the spells in an explosion, the likes of which you haven't seen since Uncle Mo gave you that chemistry set for your 9th birthday. Once your skin stops tingling and your vision clears, you see that your trusty spellbook, companion throughout the adventure of a lifetime, has been blasted to ashes. Nice effect, comments Lola, before resuming cleaning her fingernails. Clouds of steam begin hissing from the appliance, and you have 5 minutes left. Alright, open box. The power of the spell fills the room like a fog, and you feel your bowels emptying. Darn. You just had this cloak dry cleaned. Based on the odor that now fills the room, many other people are experiencing the same effect. Then with a sound like a dam bursting, the sphincters of the whale open wide. Rottenwood looks up in horror as he and the appliance are buried under an avalanche of whale shit. The appliance shudders a few more times, and then falls silent. Your score has gone up by 100. The light brightens, and you see that many people are chained around the perimeter of the room. Lola begins releasing them. You see students and professors you know, and there's Gretchen and Hillary. From a far corner of the hall you hear, My debutante lobs a grenade at the muggers. Then you spot your mom. I knew that talisman would protect you, she sobs. You run over and give her a hug. And trip over yet another trap door, which you open to reveal a dank subterranean cell. You peer down into the darkness and see a face which triggers a distant childhood memory. Dad? Ernie, my son! You've grown so big! He clambers out and embraces you. You come barely up to his shoulder. Well, at least you're a lot bigger than the last time I saw you. But, Dad, I thought that you were... dead? No, Rottenwood kidnapped me and told everyone I was dead so he could marry Pam and keep an eye on the person who a soothsayer could stop his mad scheme. You. But don't worry, that scum will get his, just desserts now. Even as he speaks, two guards approach Joey and handcuff him, grabbing the popular book from him in the process. They glance at the book and then read another page and then sink to the floor engrossed. As Rottenwood sneaks quietly away, unseen by everyone except the author and the home viewing audience. As your joyous family reunion continues, Professor Ticking Clock casts a complicated spell of transportation and suddenly everyone is standing in Batguano Court. Several programming imps can be seen carting the Sorcerer's appliance through a portal labeled To the Sequel. A committee of professors approach you with a formal reprimand. Freshmen have no business playing with level 5 spells, says one. Foolhardy, adds another. Dangerous. A flagrant violation of school policy. The university's finance officer hands you an overdue tuition bill for 3,700 gold pieces. Oh well, at least you have Lola. In your suavest voice, you ask, well, Lola, shall we head into Balmoral City and hit a few night spots? She shrieks with joy. Balmoral City? Shopping capital of the world. Boutiques, here I come. Oh, bye, Ernie. Thanks for saving me. Maybe we can go out some other time, like maybe in the sequel. Oh boy, where are my credit cards? As you sit dejectedly on the side of the fountain, Professor Ticking Clock creaks over and claps you on the back. Annie, why the glum face? Congratulations. Best dump I've had in years. Oh, and the faculty has agreed that in view of your heroism and resulting experience, you can immediately advance out of Spellcasting 101. The end. Ernie Eaglebeak will return in Spellcasting 201, the Sorcerer's Appliance, more babes, more brewskis, and more bad jokes. You've achieved a score of 1,000 out of 1,000 and 696 moves. This gives you the rank of sophomore. Alright folks, and that wraps it up for this Let's Play of Spellcasting 101. Stay tuned for Spellcasting 201. We're having so much fun.